Hey, Elon Musk says that introducing his mind control set, and let's say you're blind for God and you're like, ah, come on, mind control. Well, that chip says you can telepathic, you can do things, you can move without your spine, which was basically, he says, correcting the neurons, but it's, in plain words, it's hijacking. Because let's say you're moving, there's a reason. He says, for depression, for insomnia, for this, for that, there is a reason. And I'm gonna stand up in biological facts, and then I'll say even more in a spiritual facts, which is more powerful. But for, let's say, in a point of view scientific, he says, for pain, depression, and everything, sometimes you get depression because your body's tired. Now he wants to move the body, hijack that you're not depressed, and you move. But that's dangerous, because now your cells or your body's even will accumulate tiredness. It's like a drug addict. It's like drugs, you know, painkillers, and then you're addicted, and they take, but it chops up bits by bits. Instead of you, for example, resting and having depression for a year, but you rest, and at the end, well, you're living 55 years, but now you saying, okay, I'm okay with pills. And what happened? We've seen so many suicide when they face the fact, or they stop the pill, or again, the body suddenly is, instead of eating like a car and you brake and it's time to rest, this is just pushing, everything is fine, and then and now this is the happen. What's the boo boo? Now it's not only your body, it's your soul too, and your body. No, I guess he wants to be alive for everything, and I'm pretty sure he's got the science and everything, like the Antichrist. He's playing God. I already see that is I'm gonna keep with the facts here, because my background is first the faith, because I've seen God. But with the faith, you can judge true gods, and you can see things and things, you know. I apologize for not making this video and all the links, like Neuron, or what's the other guy that you know, like InfoWars, and it will send you links, it will break with ads. I'm sorry if I can do that. I've squandered all my life sitting around, but I'm pretty sure if I was walking straight, I would have had time for this. So I lost my voice, maybe, unless God makes a miracle. So this is what's happening here. This is what's happening here, is that you have to search yourself. Or sometimes people show you like a teacher, you know, you don't have the energy, okay, here, click here, click there, you know, pointing the dots. And this guy is like the Messiah, so to speak, for all these scientists, that gets under him like little fish under a shark, and feeds for whatever thousands, and they're very, oh, I have peace at work, you know, I don't have to go with the klaxon and the dirtiness of stuff. And I'm not saying moving trucks with dirty is good, but I don't want construction, I'm okay. That's the guy who can bring me this. And they're going to a goal they can imagine, so it combats depression. But this guy is not walking towards something ethical that is for the good of people. He's walking for something like the Antichrist wants to rule the world, will do genocide over genocide. And we've been warned. All this prophetic stuff, we've been warned by Nostradamus, which even God told me he's in hell. And I was surprised, because he said he did what he wanted to do. He wrote prophecies through his vision and dreams, and how he had them. That's a gift that God make a lot of them. You can see them on Sid Roth, you can see them on a lot of stuff. Me, I was very high point, so you ain't gonna see me on these kind of videos. You know, I'm wanted there in another place for fighting, and I defended myself. So the devil knows how to chop people from God. If you're supposed to share, and you had money, and you knew God since you're young, and you don't, you get fat and you get sick. Some people do. But if you share, you're happy, you're not going to have this weight problem, you're happy, you're moving the gospel, you're doing stuff. If you're supposed to speak, you don't, you're probably going to start sometimes to have a paralysis. But now this, because we know, I spoke with the lady that I met, she wanted to have kids like 2 weeks ago, and we spoke, and she was going to a church, she saw me in a coffee, no penetration happened, nothing. I don't even know if she was still a virgin. But the matter of fact is this, without getting too much in dirtiness stuff, and is that she says to me, I said, God told me I lost billions, you know. And she said, what did you do? I said, how did you know I did something? Even in my mind, I forgot the things that I would know when I was 16, obvious. You get punished. So what Elon Musk thing wants to do is like when somebody got punished with legs or something, he wants to heal that. But there's a reason why you get punished. At least you get worse to people and to yourself for your own salvation and soul. Because you were walking down to hell. And then God is like, at least I let them all go with all his thing. I will chop maybe a arm, he's going to relax, and maybe he'll have 15 years to think about me. And maybe even if he don't, the last day he's going to be in a hospital, because instead of having all his limbs even in a hospital without, but now they're going to have pity, they take him to the hospital, he's going to rest, you need a priest, you need, well, why do I have to lose? Boom. God is like, he suffered 15 years without a leg or something, an arm. But today, I want, you have to give back for that. He's walking towards money, towards power, I want. And this is the devil, man. God showed me many dreams of this Antichrist. He showed me about 6 months ago, I published. He showed me like this field, black and white or something. And he says, and I heard a voice from above saying, he gathered all the stars, and then it moves to the right. I remind you, I just saw that the electoral odds, when they read it all this from left to right. So it went to the right, and I didn't know about Neuralink since yesterday. He went to the right when they announced the product. And then suddenly that Antichrist that I knew that he was talking about him appeared in all shadow black. I couldn't see nothing. It was like black. So I knew he's going to go black. And we see many antichrists, when they come, they seem to have a solution. He promises a solution to a lot of people, especially in his own country, around his entourage. This guy's like promising stuff, and he all knows, just like Hitler, and he all knows like Napoleon, and then it grows until somebody somewhere in the globe says, whoa. Whatever this thing starts to get powerful and like it promises, but it's demonic, you're making yourself a vessel to this demons with different powers, like big demons. You've seen a lot of prophets talking. I saw a big demon and stuff, and when you fight, you let this demon happen, and then the other one, this demon happen, this murderer, these are demons. And he's gonna make a vessel, and this is like God told me in 2-3 days ago, like this I did without speaking. I didn't know what he means. This is like the chip. It's round and it goes with electrolog, and there's a little piece there that just sticks them together, and the whole thing, it's super small, makes a little hole in your skull for about what, 2 millimeters I think, and it goes there, and it's small, and that probably might be gonna get smaller. In a year ago it was how many times bigger than that? And there's what, how many 10,000 people working now? He wants 1 million, and he wants even more. This is the mark of the beast. There's nothing else. I know Bill Gates did the 666, a pattern, and has a lot of money, but they're the same head of the same worm. God showed it to me in a speech hiding. He said, like Janus, it was the God with 2 heads, and in a private conversation in a dream, Bill Gates says he's gonna need 2 something. I have to recheck that dream. To vengeance, Janus' son. I searched all the mythology. He died in the Tiberia River and whatever. And in the meantime, when he does, he goes like this, and he do a bad finger. And you see when he talks about his product, when he says it's like the size yesterday says of a little finger, and he's like and you hear the microphone Because he's like a guy that sells you a bad car and he's laughing in a constant, yeah. He's giving you the finger. That's the Antichrist doing something that knows that is for eventually the mind control, and it's there. What is the greatest danger of that? It's there. Somebody's going to possess it, can do anything. He's going to be like, oh, dad. Like these crazy cults people, but now you cannot do nothing once you take the chip because it's sending you that signal. And this is not science fiction, because he'll even tell you the danger of AI is this, and what we want to merge AI with this chip. And this chip already says we can speak without words, we can do things. He put it in 3 pigs. Again, that's another sign. I'm jumping a lot here, but I'm sorry. You guys got to wake up. You wake up by stop sinning. You wake up by preaching, and you wake up by fighting corruption, especially like pedophilia, like things like this. What is wrong around you? You don't need to be a communist party or a communist Christian like it was in Russia. Now it's in China, because they looked at us sleepy Christian and they say, these are crazy. Christian is not right. No, Christians are right, but there are zero, how many percent? 2% of good Christians. They've been baptized since they're young. They get this thing and they turn away from God. They walk in the devil direction like this Elon Musk. These people should never have been baptized. They are vessel of demonic. They get this power gift and they spit on it. Jesus said, don't give what is holy to pigs. And you go and you baptize everybody, and you don't teach them, and they go against God, and this generation got worse and worse. Since the church went out, world wars, everything. To go back to these 3 pigs, that's another sign like the devil knows what's going to happen, because he has this goal of World War III annihilation and mind control. And he put that old legend, little pig, let me come in. And that's like a hole in your skull. When he blow the house. Hey. Come on, man, I'm making a video. What's going on here?
We are passing by.
Huh?
We are passing by, sorry.
Well, you're passing by, but let's pass by. I'm working.
We are passing
okay, I'm working. But you're trying to get some power of energy of fear, and you stop in here. I don't know why. I'm working. I'm only afraid of God, man. I've seen God. Like, come on, I'm working. You probably hear me from back then. I don't know why you guys are stopping. Think I'm scared of a dog? I'm not even scared of 100,000 people. Only from God. If God gives me a protection against 100,000 people, it's gonna happen. God can make you think anything now, can make you see anything. Why it's in the Bible, 1 against 1,000. I'm pretty sure he can do 100,000. So this Elon Musk here, because I'm not preaching right now, I'm doing a video, I'm working. So please don't interrupt me. I'm pretty sure you know what his professional means. And Leon, the professional, that's another sign. I heard I shouldn't be rough like this to them, but the guy was standing, they were standing, and they were standing. You know, it might be to being instructed, but that's not the moment. That's not the moment. You know, he could go a bit away and listen. And this big dog, he had a big dog like this, black, and he's like, I got especially mad after he says to the dog, it's okay. Like, what do you want? Like, you're like a child walking a dog or a whole person and trying to, there's some evil people like this, you know, pit bull walking too and trying to get all this power of fear from people. You know, like they say Stalin, when he was entering in a place, people could feel. That's, again, what I talk about, the devil's vessel. They were all around him. They're there. But if with you God, they cannot come close to you. That's why many people trying to get somebody from God, but they can't. God can do anything. The guy planning to hurt somebody, he can, anything. He return, here, your mom is sick, there, this, and that's nothing. Because even God in a dream, when I ask who's going to win in the soccer, he made me a little see like the flames of Calgary in on my own eye. When you get a dream, is it from you or from somebody else? You don't even know what happened. And now you got some people here that are playing with the mind and of other people when they cannot even control their own thoughts towards God. That means toward ethical. Only God and the will to do what's God is ethical. And this is on a plain side, the 666, the Starlink. I shall remind you the prophecy I just spoke in the dream. He gathered all the stars and then it went dark. He was sending at that time 1,000, 100,000. What's the count now? 200,000? Lower satellite, lower than ever before. I don't know why people let this happen. That's raping the sky. You see them move at night. They can anytime spy on you, zoom on you. But he's gonna say, and he says for a lower internet cost. Yeah, this is for the central of this Neuralink, Starlink, and every of his thing like SpaceX, X.com that become people. It's all an X, and that's the demonic X sign, which is crossing your hands like the anti-pope Bergoglio, not Benedict the real pope, refusing your faith, denying. That's a sign of denying. X marked the spot, it's denial. You don't have to go in the satanic and come back to know it. I'm telling you, think about it. See a lot of Hollywood pictures. It's all over there. I'm telling you, I'm not going to put this and this words connecting dots. Go and search it. They're all there. How much? I got 4 more minutes here in this video. Put pause if you want. Let me think about what I'm going to say. On top of that, and I'm sorry for the music. It's like green. I don't know where it comes. On top of that, you look at the logo of Neuralink since yesterday. It goes to the right again, and it goes up, and then boom, down. It went dark, and then it's a loop. And if you twist, there's another X. This guy is with this X demonic. Even PayPal, X.com. But X.com, it's too dark for people, even if it's short. You change it to PayPal. Hey, pal, the devil comes like a friend, and he gets you. Now, is Antichrist Elon Musk? Yes, he has the spirit of Antichrist, just like Napoleon Hitler. Is he the last one, the third big one? So far, I think yes. Is it somebody that will inherit like his son, or Archie, or anybody? Mountbatten that God showed me in his third step in his life. Go buy yourself a radio. I didn't know what it means. How much is a radio? It's $100. It's probably gonna have 30 years like Christ. But until then, what's gonna happen? You know, God showed me even Christian with even Muslim at a certain time fighting or maybe I was a Muslim, or maybe now they know I'm for God, fighting some robots. What's going on, guys, man? This guy is the Antichrist. He speaks like an evolution. But the evolution, what he doesn't think is that God probably make it, but for him it's a day. Oh, yeah, there were dinosaurs. But remember, the flame came. It might have passed a long time for you, but for them, they don't have clock. For them, it's like an hour. And there we go. People who want to do bad, they'll believe that. But the good people, they search me. Bible says, who search the truth, means the God, find it. They're gonna know why. But then you got senseless people who walk like in the middle of a movie with comments on YouTube. Now they're all sarcastic. A year or two ago it was like first. Now it's all sarcastic. Well, in 5 years nobody's gonna be even with that chip or not. Like who he thinks he are, sarcastic, and then what? That's all demonic trends. A trend and there and trend. And the devil changed. Just like clothes, trends. But the good clothes, like the priesthood clothes, the thing, it doesn't change. It's the maximum good for us. Now these guys are following the trends, the scientific of the devil, trying to be God with artificial thing. When you get this, you become a thing. Just like when you go out of a supermarket now, it jams the chariot. Imagine what they can do with the head. Now they have mapping the whole head. He even said you can take memory. He said yes yesterday, Elon Musk, and you could upload it to somebody else or in another body. Meaning like you're about to die, okay, upload this to a clone or another body, and you feel like you're continuing, you know you continue. Like the limits are demonic. And God told me like this is like the chip, it's an abomination. Now, I don't know what Israel is doing. I don't know what good people in the CIA doing. I don't know what good people. They're not all good in any branch, in any church, but I don't know what the good people are doing. One eats too much. One goes touches abuses, one goes this, what's this going on? At the end, you're all gonna have to answer privately with God. And if you stood silent, you're probably gonna get it more for all these people you could have helped. Thus, the Antichrist is gonna pay and pay for all the people pain. Bless you. I'm out of here. I'm sorry, man. A little high voice, but I don't know what I have to do to be here again. I messed up, but I'm not talking here about absolutely zero. I actually don't care about the financial. They know even more time. This is dirty. All the money is dirty. With chip, without chip, with anything. What it is that is not dirty is to try to help your neighbor. To try to help your neighbor, and if that means to teach him the good way with the soul, that means God's way, well, this is what you have to do. And the rest, like sharing food, comes after. Because if he knows what to do, then he's gonna share it when you lack or something. That's healing the world. And thanks you for listening. Some of you, I guess. Bye-bye. I'm also sorry that I squandered a lot of money, because if I had put my arts and all this stuff, I would at least be an ethical person that would